here we are in this 96-degree day. It's going to be scorcher today. And one thing I wanted to show you guys is how we deworm or use what we call a Panicure Safeguard. It's a fenbendazole, which is a dewormer. And a lot of people don't know how to give this to their animals, or they're afraid that when they give it to them, they're going to hurt them. Or sometimes people just put it in their food and they don't necessarily get what they need. So what I did was I brought a whole bucket over here full of, there's actually only 6 Armenian Greek tortoises. Now, yes, the water's dirty. I just put them in there. I soaked them because it's going to be hot today. And I wanted to soak them before I gave this to them, because if I give this to them and then soak them, they're going to spit it all out in the water. So that's not what I want to do. So I soaked them ahead of time. This here has little gauges here. You can measure how much you want to give, right? And one of the tricks here, guys, is how to get the turtle to open its mouth. And it's not really that difficult with most. Of course, this one's probably going to be impossible. But to get a tortoise in general to open its mouth, you want to grab it around the neck here, right? And you want to take your finger and just pry that down. And I will literally almost jam it down its throat, but it's going to be not like that. It's going to be gentle, but you got to get deep in there. So you can see there's a little bit popping out there, but majority of it will go into this tortoise, and it will hopefully get rid of the worms. Now, the way to treat these is once every 3 weeks for about 3 applications. That'll make sure that they are completely empty of worms. But if you see, this is a male. But one thing I like to do is after I get bit by flies here, is after I do this, after I go through that whole cycle, is I will give it like a probiotic yogurt, on top of its food, just to try and get the gut going again, and make sure the tortoise just isn't deprived of what it needs. Now, this tortoise is an adult male. It's the Armenian Greek tortoise, as I said, which is kind of a rare species in collections and even in general, but there aren't many in the United States. But this tortoise, is a recent import, and there's been a couple shipments that have come in the last year or so. I just want to make sure I take precaution and make sure it doesn't have worms. Now, these tortoises are going to stay outside year-round in New Jersey. I have a greenhouse, but they're pretty cold tolerant, so I'm excited for that. Any species I can get that can stay outside year-round in New Jersey is just a benefit to me. It's a big bonus because I don't have to pay for electricity. I don't need heat lamps, and I let the sun just do its thing. But this is a male. I'm going to grab another. Now, sometimes, I'm going to put this one down. Sometimes they go in their shell and they don't come out. And the best way to get them to come out is to tilt them like this and get their head to kind of come out a little bit. If they go in their shell all the way, just tilt it like this. Usually the head comes out. This one is not really coming out that well. Okay, yep, so come on. Of course, this one isn't cooperating, but usually when I get it to go like this, there we go. Ready? Come on, grab your head here. Good, there we go. Now I can grab its head. I put it on my knee, right? Prop that down. And there we go. This is a female. So I'm gonna put this one down right here. I'm gonna take you through the rest of them. Okay, just grab the neck. Come on, there you go. Grab a picture. There you go. Pull the head out. Pop that down, the bottom jaw. Try and get it to extend the neck so you can get that down in there a little bit. And a little bit, guys, goes a long way. Okay, I've never had any issues with overdosing with this. It's a pretty safe thing for them. But let me see if I can go through this quickly. Sometimes it's hard to get that jaw open, but that's 4. There's 2 males and 4 females in here. And I have another group over there, which they're going to go with. I think I have a group of 4.3 and the other 10. This is 2.4. And there you have it, guys. Now, it looks like a giant Russian tortoise, if you ask me. Not exactly, but I guess that would be the tortoise I would compare it to. So now Russians, female, yes, they can get enormous, almost this size, but it's pretty cool. Again, they're not really seen in collections that well in the United States, and I know my friend Chris Leone at Garden State Tortoise has hatched a few this year, which was from the first shipment that we all got, which is awesome. I did get a couple eggs, and I'm incubating them now, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's how you guys deworm a tortoise. So if you haven't yet, subscribe. Please do that. Like, comment, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how to deworm a tortoise.